So I'm going to show this event right here.
And with all my love in my heart for her, I just know that somewhere out there there's a little boy or a little girl who is just like her, who's going to go on to live, and they're going to have kids and grandkids just like me. So thank you everybody for donating and just being out here. And yeah, I just love that we're embodying the peace.
I'm going to talk some more about what's going on.
Send that love and
check it out right here.
And that future over to all these boys and girls who are going to have little kids of their own. So yeah, just love it.
Let's see the skills right
here. Beautiful art, beautiful message. Let's give this a home. I'm going to shake them up, and I'm going to grab 002. 002. Okay, I'll be left. Try to give y'all 3 times instead of go. 016.
Want to find out about the truth about the anti-war movement
16.
and why it's failing?
16 going once. 016.
I talked to some people inside. I had actually a meeting with the manager. Actually, we went to the grocery store. We talked a little bit. Now, actually, I have evidence that shows that, I'm going to say this again when we're off the thing. I'm an anti-war activist for 25 years. But, I guess, when the event's over, I get to speak, yeah? That's okay. This is normal.
Is that you?
Because I don't look like an activist. So. Anyway, let's talk about it right now. So the fact of the matter is that I talked with the manager of the event, and there were several lies there. So it is what it is, right? Yeah. The lies were like this. The thing is that I asked, right? Yeah, whose idea it was, and then before Zanisha said it was her idea. They're trying to protect Sphera. Sphera has said that she raised $40,000 for some Palestine group, right? Yeah? Okay. We're going to talk about it. When I get outside, we'll talk about it. Talk all about it. She says she's on welfare, but she's raising $40,000. Someone with the paper sent her in. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. I'm going to go outside and stay till 6 o'clock. I'm gonna go outside. Amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's okay. What else can I expect? You know what? They asking me where I'm staying and shit like that. They playing games, man. They playing games. Never trust anyone. When you're poor, you know you can't trust anybody. And poor people sometimes will fuck each other so hard. She a white girl. I'm sure she was given certain opportunities that I you know what I mean. Oh, what's up, Playboy? Hi. Good to see you. We're going to hold it down until 6 o'clock. And I'm just going to talk to people outside. Because the fact of the matter is that there's been a lot of double speak. You know what I mean? Like the organizer said that after Miguel was talked to Miguel, that I would get to be on, and then now it turns like I won't be able to speak until the event's basically over. So there's a lot of fake shit going on, man. But I know who it is now. I know who it is. And it's unfortunate, right? We'll have to see if the activism keeps going on here, but the activism's being set up. And a lot of people is gonna get on and gonna get gigs. And I don't really want to stand in their way, but the reality is that there's no space for me at this type of event. So it is what it is, yeah? Oh well. Same as it ever was. What else could I expect? Now I know that.
Okay, let me look at
Okay. Want to find out the truth about anti-activism? It just takes a moment, man. Thank you so much. All right, so we're out here. So let's talk about what happened. So the thing is that I'll show the evidence later. But I had asked Anisha whose idea it was to do this event because she never did activist stuff before. So it seemed a little weird to me. Hey, what's up, miss? Want to find out about the truth about the anti-war movement and why it's failing? Yeah? Hey, want the anti-war activism and why it's failing? I've actually been a war victim and actually was home state. Yeah, but let me actually show you why it's failing. Look at all the students that are here actually at Columbia. It seems like it's a good thing, right? Some things allowed to win, some things are forced to fail. Now, the 69th district, where actually the state assembly district, the only candidate who was running for the pro-Israel solidarity pack was actually elected in. So that's why Trump and Biden are bending over backward. It looks very impressive, but the fact of the matter is that actual activism meant to actually stop this kind of thing is actually designed to fail. And this thing is actually the Asian American activist curriculum, which is now mandatory in 2 schools. I mean, for the last 2 years in New York City schools. The thing is that you could see that if you go to, it's called Hidden Voices, if you look for the word Palestine or Palestinian, you can find that there are 0 research results. They're erasing Palestine from history to actually set up for long-term failure. Now, the fact of the matter is that I'm actually an activist. I was homeless at the age of 16 because I'm being Korean American. I'm on the same timeline as Palestinians because after World War II, they came to my country and manipulated things, right? Yeah? But the thing is, just so you know, I was actually banned from speaking at today's event, which is actually quite weird. After making this public display, they said I could speak after the event is over. That's interesting. No, that's not really, I'm telling you that the activism is controlled. I'm telling you right now that even white war victims, right? Here's the trick. Even white war victims are prevented from speaking at these events, right? Medea Benjamin, Jill Stein, and other people are making money and commercializing art and commercializing activism, sorry to say. Now, the fact of the matter is that what I want you guys, I'm not asking to trust me, because the fact of the matter is that even you and me will not have the same priorities or positions on everything. But the fact of the matter is that what I am asking you to do is any event that you see that calls itself activism, you cannot gentrify activism. They must include the victims of whatever system is being protested, and they must also include the people who are affected, right? Yeah? Once again, Russians, Ukrainians, if you're going to talk about peace in the Ukraine, you have to talk with Russians and Ukrainians. I'm telling you right now that Palestinians are being separated from Namibians who are victims of the Second Reich by, unfortunately, often events like this that actually make sure that the activism only happens in one framework. Events like this that are actually highly performative and look like activism is going on, which makes people settle down, think that things are going on. Meanwhile, they're losing all the races that really actually matter. This is why activism is failing. And as a war victim ran with movement at the age of 16, I'm telling you right now, when you see a bunch of people that are marketable and that are being promoted by the industry, I'm telling you right now that everything is not as it seems. Just the way the entertainment world is controlled with the narrative, the same thing's going on in the Palestine war movement right here, right now, today. I swear to God, yeah? I actually have an office in the space. I actually have U.S. presidential candidate debates. I work with the people with disabilities. Let me see if I have some information for you, yeah? But the thing is that actually effective activism is actually destroyed and pushed to the side. Check it out, yeah? We actually, make the voter database free to the public so you can fight for any issue that is a priority to you. Why would fighting war be the same? Why would you have the same commitment to the issue if you haven't been like homeless at the age of 16 like myself, pushed out by extreme violence based in the aftermath of the war? See how we starved after the Korean War, but this is not acknowledged. So by hiding our suffering, right now after the Vietnam War, the pictures and the video of the suffering, what happened to the Vietnamese, convinced the U.S. populace to say no more war. Now we can no longer see those videos. Instead of fighting for those kinds of things, which have been proven to be effective in the past, they got y'all going to this kind of event with feel-good get-togethers, right? Yeah, where actual war victims like myself are excluded. Isn't that weird? So I'm not saying, right, I'm not mad at bougies, right, being involved as part of the movement, but they don't get to replace us. This is not, you cannot allow gentrification of activism. So thank you for listening. Go inside and have a good time, but please don't let them replace me. You get what I mean? Thank you so much. God bless.
Thank you.
Have a good time. What's up, Vigoda? I'm sorry. Vigoda is actually someone from Israel, and I'm sorry. Look, I do admit that there are some things. I have someone in the chat. Yeah. All right. God bless my brother. Yeah. So once they know that their gigs might be impacted by supporting me, then watch them drop away. We're gonna have to see what happens there. But I actually asked some questions in the to find out what was going on, and several lies were told to me by the people running the event. It's fair. I hope that it wasn't true because I see her as a powerful person in the game. But also she's got a lot of connections to money. And a lot of people with money are actually high up people are actually trying to get rid of me. So all of a sudden activist events are happening here, events that are promoting Asian American replacement activists. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, but at least I'm out here. And if they do continue to do events here, maybe we'll do more of them at Brown Bear Studios. We'll see. But I'm telling you right now that the action is controlled. Pagoda, you're not necessarily 100% wrong. You're not necessarily 100% right, okay? The word Palestine, right, yeah, it's really, because I believe that's actually a German name, right, yeah? It's not actually an Arabic word. But the fact of the matter is that, the question of indigenous people, right, yeah? The question of how indigenous people are actually treated. So, Pagoda, right, yeah, I know that you're actually nervous to come on the channel and actually speak about things. I don't like secrets. Okay, Vigoda. I don't like secrets. I don't like controlled information. I don't like lies. Not saying you're lying, but I'm just actually dealing with lies actually happening today here, and people are being bought off. People around me, people that are close to me. This is par for the course for activists. I'm sorry to say, yeah. And we are deprioritized, and the people here were sympathetic until they realized that their gigs could be impacted. Oh my God. They're sympathetic until they realize, right, that people get opportunities because to get rid of me. I'm telling you, I swear to God. Look at all these, this is how it works. All these Asian Americans being put on. This is not the first time this has happened to me. Asian Americans will get opportunities, but they must not acknowledge me. They must not work with me. That's the reality of this. That's the reality for activists. And they're weaponizing, right? Yeah, look, they have the money and the resources. You can't buy integrity, you can't buy loyalty. You can't buy honesty. It's just a fact. But the facts are on my side. The evidence is on my side. What's up, bro? Want to find out about the truth about anti-war activism and why it's failing? No? I understand. All right, sir. Have a good day, all right? Enjoy the event. Nope. Once they understand that their gigs, that's why they get to be somebody. That's why they'll be promoted. I swear to God, they try to set me up. Try to set me up. Can you believe that? They try to set me up. Can you believe that? I believe it. Not the first time. It won't be long before they make more aggressive moves, because this is not a good It's not good when the BS gets revealed. Then people start getting they start turning up the heat. So, look, I'm going through my own issues. Hey, folks, want to find out the truth about anti-war activism and why it's failing? Want to find out the truth about anti-war activism and why it's failing? Yeah. Not everything is as it seems, all right? Just the way Puff Daddy world's controlled, I'm telling you the activist world is also controlled. Not everything is as it seems, folks. We have got no Asian Americans. They may actually have all been instructed for this event, right? Yeah. Hey, want to find out about why the anti-war activism is failing? I also want to tell you some things about. I also do work with the trans community and tell you about how actually some things are actually going wrong in that community. Yeah. Yeah. You got a moment? Oh, I really appreciate it. Yeah.
One second. I'm looking for my friend.
Okay. All right. I thought it would. Hey, want to hear about why the anti-war activism is failing? Miss, you could be the first. No Asian Americans have stopped. Only whites and blacks have stopped to listen. Not saying that's going to go anywhere. Is that a white guy with the Indian woman? Hey, it is what it is. No Asian Americans. They're taught from the very beginning, right? Where's the solidarity? Some people are being made in this business. I swear to God, this guy Paul Rowe, I think I've seen him before. I think he's with PSL. He might be, he might not be. He was giving this dirty look. Maybe because I'm fake. They want to treat me like expendable trash. And then I said, I'm gonna need a little better than that. And they set limits, right? Yeah. I knew something was off when she was like, I want you to talk about this and this and this, but don't, right? Yeah, but that's all you can talk about. It was already looking kind of weird, but I really hoped. So it is what it is. What's up, folks? I'm waiting for people to show up, right? Yeah, I'm gonna be here till the end of the event, which is at 6 o'clock. I've been here since about noon, a little bit before noon, telling people about, what's up, chat? Anybody want to say what's up? Big Goat, I know you're a supporter of Israel. You could say whatever you want to say. I had 4 people for a hot second. The truth about anti-war activism. Some big things are coming down the pike, folks. Gonna announce that my man Rev Keith Gadsden hit me up recently. It looks like things may be moving forward through stuff. He got to be careful. Yeah, weird things happened at this particular event today that make me extremely suspicious of what's going on. Yeah, but I'm just telling you that. Sorry to say, it looked like Sphero was setting me up. Yeah. So some of the things that didn't add up was I asked Zanisha. She's always been nice to me, right? Yeah. What's up, bro? Want to find out how the anti-war activism has been designed to fail and why it's failing? Just takes a minute, sir. I really appreciate it. That's okay. I understand. Thank you so much, sir. So I understand. It is what it is. They want to put like a limit. They say this is how high you're allowed to go, and that's it. This is you're allowed to go this far. What's up, brother? Want to find out the truth about anti-war activism and why it's failing? Just takes a minute, sir. Thank you so much. Extremely difficult as an Asian American activist. There's a conspiracy to, right? We're not victims. Look at these Asian Americans being promoted. Do they even have a studio space here? Oh. It's okay. Wait. Seems like I'm gonna have to do more work. Protect myself from my home turf. It is what it is. If I wasn't a good activist, would this happen to me if I was a shitty activist? The answer to that is no. This would not happen to me if I was an easy to beat activist. We're gonna see. I'm knocking on every door. So look, I asked Zanisha whose idea it was to have this event because it seemed a little strange, right? Yeah, she hasn't done activist stuff before. Maybe, maybe this was just, right? Yeah, but what about the Congo? What about Haiti? What about Kenya, right? Yeah, why Palestine? Seemed a little weird. So when I asked Farah, she said, oh, it was my idea. I said, oh, interesting. You can notice that those stories did not add up. Those stories did not add up at all. Hey, want to find out why the anti-war activism is failing? It's okay, I understand. Look, I understand. It shouldn't be a priority for them. They haven't suffered from war like this. It is quite difficult being an activist like this. How many people are victims of war like this, yeah? And when I told her about being homeless at the age of 16, she was like, oh, I was homeless at the age of 14, so she pulled the Trump card. They do that a lot. I'm more oppressed than you, so your stuff doesn't matter and you have to be beneath me. That's how this works. What's up? Want to find out about the anti-war activism and why it's failing? Not everything is as it seems, sir. Thanks. Just give a moment. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Sorry, we have someplace to be right
I understand.
now. So.
Okay, thank you. Like I said, right? Yeah. Even though people in the trans community, like Salamander Brandy, right, when Tyree Nichols just died, I'm repeating myself a lot. That's all I really can do until this is resolved. Anybody want to say anything in the chat? It's amazing. I was told earlier that I would get to get on when Miguel comes here. Now I'm told that I'll be going on when the event's over. They're going to come out like, oh, you get to speak now. After 6 hours. Want to find out about what the anti-war activism and why it's failing? It just takes a minute, so I really appreciate it, yeah?
Saying what? You asked me something?
Yeah, anti-war activism and why it's failing. Oh, is that Assange right there?
That's my mother.
Oh, sorry, yeah? I just saw white hair. So the fact of the matter, today's event, I'm actually war victim. I've been that's okay, it is what it is. But the thing is that at today's event, they're not really having war victims as a part of it, and this is actually the reason why anti-war activism is designed to fail. They got these people engaged in these large events with a lot of pretty people and a lot of famous people with big money, but if you take a look at Columbia University, which is the 69th State Assembly District, they actually lost their race to the only candidate supported by the pro-Israel Solidarity PAC. Instead of mobilizing for events like this, they mobilize for events like this. Only maybe 10%, 5% of these people vote. Also, the Asian American curriculum, which has been mandatory for the last 2 years in New York City, actually erases the history of Palestinians. You can see the search, which is called Hidden Voices Curriculum, you can look it up. There's no mention of the word Palestine or Palestinian. The thing is that these gatekeepers, right, yeah, that are actually putting in pretty and famous faces, right, yeah, they actually, I'm sorry to say, they suppress and exclude the real activists. I don't know if you've ever heard of the Second Reich.
In Germany? Yeah.
Yeah, the Second Reich is actually the victims were Namibian or black. Right? We don't really talk about Namibians. Why aren't the Namibians working with the Palestinians or the Congolese who are complaining of genocide right now? They're being specifically separated. And talking about the peace in the Ukraine, you can see these faces. There's no Russians or Ukrainians on this panel. It's just, once again, these famous rich people who are making money off of the activism, gatekeeping, and making sure that it fails.
So you're saying is the people are not doing enough anti-war efforts?
No, I'm saying that the people are being gate-kept and they're being actually pushed into
the
losing.
Victims of the war.
Well, we can't. Actually, the victims of war would be the most committed to really understanding how to actually fight against the war. You know what I mean? But we're kept from speaking by people that are controlled opposition. They keep people doing this. They want to have war, but they pretend like they don't. But the thing is that you could see that they keep people doing this stuff or stuff like this, but they keep them from learning about activism like this. So activism is controlled and made sure to only happen in certain frameworks, and therefore it's designed to fail. You can see my work with, I had U.S. presidential debates. I work with some of the longest wrongfully incarcerated men in New York State history and also the nation's history. I also work with disabled, the second largest minority voting bloc in the whole entire United States. Why aren't they working with me? Why aren't the Palestinians working with the disabled community? Or with other war victims such as the Namibians or the Congolese who are complaining about genocide right now? Haitians, Kenyans. Why is it like this? Because it's highly controlled, and they're making sure that the money goes to their friends and their people. That's why now just so you know, here's the result of it. I've actually tried to work on the press so much. 71% of South Koreans now support the return of nuclear weapons to the country. That's right, yeah. Thank you. All right, folks, so we're still out here. We're still representing, yeah. I guess and the fake activists will we'll just do what we can to try to get adjustment, yeah. I guess so yeah, she pulled the Prussian Trump card. She was like, I was homeless at the age of 14. So, you know, I already caught her in several lies. So this is just bad. I can't work with people like that. It's just, yeah. I know she has a lot of famous people with her. Yeah, a lot of, you know what I mean? A lot of famous people. People from Parliament Funkadelic, all this other thing. A lot of, you know what I mean? Honestly, it's quite dangerous for myself. They're promoting other people. It's very, yeah. Hey, what's up? Want to find out about the anti-war activism movement and why it's failing? No. So at least I'm live streaming this, yeah. It's actually, they're coming directly into my building to start fuck with me, so. Why wouldn't they, right? I am actually impacting, right? Yeah, I'm actually emailing the nations of the world, Namibia, Korea. I'm emailing, Congo. I'm emailing Congo actually right after this, right? Yeah, that's my next move, to email the Congo because they're complaining about genocide right now. Hey, miss, want to find out the truth about the anti-war movement and why it's failing? It just takes a minute, ma'am. Yeah, I'm an actual war victim. Don't let them exclude war victims from actually the activism, yeah? They're gentrifying activism, ma'am. They're gentrifying activism. Now I know who it is. Want to find out about anti-war activism and why it's failing? Want to find out about anti-war activism and why it's failing? I really appreciate it. Just takes a moment, ma'am. So check it out, miss. I'm actually Korean American, and I'm actually faced a lot of violence as a result of the war. So the thing is that I've been really involved in anti-war activism my whole life. I think that makes sense.
Yes, okay.
So over here, you could see that this protest in Colombia looks like a good thing, but let me tell you how it's designed to fail.
Okay.
Colombia here is in the 69th Assembly District, which is actually, you can see it right on the map right here. In this district, the candidate that won was the only candidate backed by the pro-Israel Solidarity PAC, Michael Lasher. You could look it up for yourself.
Okay.
Now the thing is that instead of these students being mobilized to actually win races and stuff like that, they're actually convinced to engage in performative acts with celebrities and, you know, pretty faces and artists and stuff like that who actually distract them and prevent them from actually getting actual progress on the issue. Here's another thing called the Asian American curriculum, which has been mandated in schools for the past 2 years to stop Asian hate, which is actually trying to weaponize Asians against black people. You know that, right? Yeah, to stop Asian hate, they try to say black people beating up on Asians, which is because, honestly, the white media actually portrays, this is shown at the LA riots, they actually said, like, look, the Koreans are the bad guys, we never made black people slaves.
Yeah.
Now, the fact of the matter is that here I am, you ever heard of the Second Reich? Oh, good, okay. So you know that Namibians were the victims of that genocide.
Yeah.
And I'm working with the Namibians, right? Koreans, Namibians. Why aren't these people also working, right? Hey, check it out, man. I just started the presentation, yeah? The Namibians over here. Oh, yeah? Oh, you heard it. Okay, you heard it already. Okay, that's good. I'm sorry, I forgot. Yeah, I'm burned out, yeah? So the Namibians, as you know, right, they were actually victims of the Second Reich. Why aren't they working with the Palestinians? And why are they working with me? Because the fact of the matter is these gatekeepers, right, just like the Puff Daddy world, right, they're using celebrity, they're using events like this with flashy artists and stuff like that, giving people jobs and stuff like that, and they're determining how far the activism is allowed to go, and they're setting up for long-term failure. Oh, it's so powerful, right? Oh, they're going to threaten Biden and Trump. Why are they both bending over backwards for Israel? Because of this right here. And the fact of the matter is that, you know that Congolese, you can look it up right now, they're complaining about genocide in their country.
Okay.
Why is there no actually mobilization on that? Or Haiti, Kenya. I actually have relationships with people in those countries as well. Now because of bullshit like this going on, where they actually like destroy war victims like myself and keep me from being able to speak at this event and actually mobilize people, now actually I'm contacting all the countries of Africa and Asia. You see that happening right now.
Okay.
And 70% of Koreans now, not South Koreans, not North Koreans, want nuclear bombs. You see that?
Yeah.
Because they can't trust the anti-war movement of this country because it's so controlled and bullshit. And unless people get a hold of it, I also work with some of the longest wrongfully incarcerated men in New York State and national history. And just so you know, it's quite sad. I haven't gotten one. I had whites and blacks listen to me, not one Asian American yet. Let's see if they listen to me. Watch for yourself. It's all live stream.
They just might.
Hey, what's up? Check it out. Yeah, I'm actually an anti-war activist, and I'd like to actually, if you just have a moment, I can tell you why it's failing. Yeah, you got a moment? You will be the first Asian Americans all day. I've had white and black people listen to me, not one Asian American. Could you be the first?
You're busy right now.
I understand. Okay, look, I understand. So, once again, I'm also working with people with disabilities, the second largest minority voting bloc in the nation.
Okay.
I actually have an office in this space. And you could see like, yeah, and you can see that I have like a lot of work as like politically.
Okay.
Why am I not really able to present at this event? Isn't it weird? I'm telling you right now that this Puff Daddy shit is going on. I'm sorry.
Get your own event. You don't need their event.
Actually, I am. Actually, just so you know, you know Yusuf Salam on the Central Park 5?
Yes.
Reverend Keith Gadsden's starting to do some work with him. He's actually one of the longest wrongfully incarcerated men in state history. And I've done a lot of work with them.
Okay.
I've done a lot of work. I have actually Muti Ojama Sebru.
So your work is on here?
Yeah. I
Okay,
can show you all of it.
check that out because
Please,
I
yeah.
definitely, I did a lot of research on them at the Central Park.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanna
If
get
you want to
to
meet him, I could probably make that happen.
Oh, even better.
Let's go.
I like that too.
Let's go. Okay.
Okay, so I'll definitely keep in touch with you
Yeah.
through here.
Yeah, we also released, just so you know, released
Okay.
a voter database to the public through something called Rep My Block.
Okay.
Even you and me will not have the same priorities and positions on everything, right?
That's very
So,
true.
yeah, so the thing is that we will give you the voter database so you can actually approach voters yourself. I highly recommend you run something called county committee.
Okay.
Half of the seats go uncontested, and that controls the judges. You need criminal justice reform, you need
Yeah.
ballot reform. That's the judges, you need judge control, and that also controls the ballot process.
Okay.
Very
so if I
important.
scan this right here, it's going
djelf7.com, that's what I'm going to take you to.
Okay, so I'm gonna reach out
Thank
to
you,
you.
please, yeah. I'm
And
a real
gonna
activist.
remember what you said. I want to meet you soon.
I'm a real activist. Yeah, you see my work with them. Yeah.
All right.
That's
Thank
serious.
you so much.
Yeah. I'll show you text messages right now that show you me working with them. All right. God bless. Thank you. Hey, what's up? You got a moment to hear about how? No? Okay, I understand. Some people have time for the action. I get it, right? Yeah, I don't look like an activist, so a lot of people they look at me, they see a joke because the education in this country has taught them that we haven't suffered. It has taught them that we have not, right? Yeah, they don't acknowledge the reality because there's been a lot of brainwashing going on. It's sad, yeah? It's happening here right now, in this facility right now. Dead serious. The gatekeepers are here. The gatekeepers have arrived. They're here in the building right now. Amazing. Wouldn't be long before they showed up. How long would it be before they showed up? Hey, what's up? You got a moment?
No.
I understand. Hey, you got a moment to, hey, I'm actually trying to, you got a moment to hear about how the anti-war activism is actually controlled in this country? You would be the first Asian Americans today. I've had white and blacks listen to me, but no Asian Americans. Please. You have a moment? Whites and blacks have listened, but not Asian Americans yet. Sir, you got a moment to hear about why the truth about anti-war activism? That's okay. Thank you, sir. Sorry about that. Okay. There's actually, want to hear about oh no? I understand. Okay, thank you. Yeah? I'm sorry, but the fact of the matter is that shout out to K-Town Social, aka Radio Korea. They have some connections there. White and black liberals have been weaponized against war victims and Asian Americans. It's just a fact. Yeah? And they've created like this We Are the World type event, right? Yeah? They got some Asian Americans. They've all been instructed not to really interact with me. Fine. Same as it ever was. Well, I guess they're setting up for the band right now. They're setting up for the band, sure. Setting up for the band. The only reward for the politically weak or the assumed politically weak is betrayal and abandonment. She knows, the MC knows what time it is.
I'll bring it up with strike point.
They raised $40,000, but she's on welfare. I don't know about that. She told me she raised $40,000, and that's why she got involved with this event. I don't know. Hey, what's up, folks? You got a moment to listen to about the truth about anti-war activism and why it's failing? It just takes a moment. I really appreciate it, yeah? You got a moment to listen to about why anti-war activism is failing? Just takes a minute, yeah? Oh. Hey, what's up? You got time to listen about why anti-war activism is failing? It just takes a minute. And whites and blacks have listened to my story, but no Asian Americans have listened today yet. Could you be the first? It just takes a minute.
Yeah, after
The first Asian American, yeah? None of them have listened yet. After this, we'll see.
this one.
Have a good one. Just a fake ass war victim here. Just a fake war victim. Because they won't acknowledge it. I'm gonna stay out here till 6 o'clock, till the end of the event. Thanks again, sir. You're right, yeah. There's people not from this building here, yeah. You're right. God bless, see you around. He's right. They're important people. I'm actually gonna start contacting everybody in the building, tell them what's up. And tell them how this is being weaponized. They can believe me or not, they're all gonna duck their heads down. But I already know I'm the target now. Hey, what's up? You wanna find out about the truth about anti-war activism, what's really going on? I really appreciate it. I'm a war victim. I've been a Korean American, so who do you think is really more dedicated to finding out the real solutions, myself or the organizers of today's event? If you just have a minute, I can make my presentation. I really appreciate it. Go ahead, man. Okay, I understand. No, that's okay.
I'm curious. Been standing here.
Yeah, I'm really dedicated. So the fact of the matter is that while they engage in activism like the Colombian, over here I have a card, but the fact of the matter is that while some things are designed to win, other things are designed to fail. The 69th State Assembly District, where the only candidate backed by Michael Lasher was backed by the Pro-Israel Solidarity PAC, instead of mobilizing these students to actually vote, they're actually set up to fail here. And they're also, right, the Asian American curriculum, which is mandatory in New York City schools for the past 2 years. You can see if I do a search for the word Palestine or Palestinian, there is 0 search results. They're erasing Palestine from history. While they got the kids involved in this kind of stuff that you were involved in today, I'm sorry to say, this event actually did not want me presenting today, despite the fact that I had U.S. presidential candidate debates, despite the fact that I've worked with some of the longest wrongfully incarcerated men in state history, and also disabilities, the second largest minority voting bloc in the country. I have a lot of work on this topic, but they're trying to actually create replacement activists to make sure that this does not get discussed. The same gatekeeping way that's going on in the Puff Daddy world is going on in this world. I'm sorry to say that these, even white war victims, what I need you to really do, the last thing I want to say is I know you're pressed for time. If an event happens without the victims of that system being involved, if that event happens without the people affected being involved within the review of the process and what's going on, and it's just celebrities and people like this, you know something's up. So I'm an actual war victim. I have the Namibians, the victims of the Second Reich, working with me. Congolese are right now complaining of genocide. Why aren't they working with the Palestinians? Because the gatekeepers are making sure through events like this that, you know, that my activism cannot be talked about or mentioned. So I'm out here just telling you the truth. I actually have an office here. I have U.S. presidential debates. I have worked with some of the longest ones in New York State and state history. I'm a real activist. So kind of weird, right? There's hula hoops. I'm not mad at the hula hoops. They can be a part of it, but they're gentrifying activism. They're making sure that some people get to be heard and some people don't, just like the Puff Daddy. All right, we could talk more if you really want. We release the builder database to the public, so I will empower you. We might not agree on everything, right? I see your shirt. I'm not a woman, so why would I prioritize women's rights as much as you would, right? I would. So I will give you the voter database so you can fight on your own. But I ask you for help once again. Are women being contacted, or are a lot of men making decisions about women's health? You know how it is, right? If women are not involved, something's whack and fake. Exactly, right? Thank you for listening. God bless. Hey, folks, you got a moment? Yeah? I want to tell you about why anti-war activism is not one Asian American has listened to me today. Could you be the first, please? Not one Asian American has listened to me today. Whites and blacks has had time for me. Not one Asian American, please. Not one Asian American has stopped today to listen to my presentation. It is sad. Whites and blacks. Like, look, I have to say it's, can we blame, right? I'd say the whites were the first to actually stop. So some people want to blame whites for everything. I'm sorry to say that, you know, the people who are organizing this event are actually white. I don't know, she said she wasn't white, but, you know, she looks white, you know. It's, that Rachel Dole is all stuff, you know, I mean, come on, man. So, but the fact of the matter is that, you know, a lot of kind of fakeness has went on, right? Yeah. You'll get to go on when Miguel gets here. Oh, Miguel's not here. Okay, you'll get on when the event is over. Yeah. Hey, miss, you got a moment to hear about the truth about anti-war activism? No. Okay, I see. Right? Yeah. They don't want to endanger their little sales spot. They don't want to endanger their performance gig. Are they even getting paid? I don't know. I know I'm not getting paid. That's for sure. People will sell out on the smallest shit. It don't take a lot to get someone to sell you out. Sometimes it's just social validation. That's all it takes. What's up, brother? You got a moment to hear about the anti-war activism and the truth about anti-war activism? You got a moment? Go ahead, bro. Do your thing, man. Do your thing. Don't worry, man. I'm out here till 6 o'clock. Nice, yeah. I guess. Hey.
Dude, I went to a Mennonite college. I'm raised in Catholic.
Okay. She went to Mennonite college, so I guess she knows something that I don't, and she knows that I don't need to be listened to. So, okay. In Mennonite college, do they teach them not to listen to anti-war activists? I don't know. Maybe. I met Mennonites before. They have not acted in that way. They've actually, as a street performer. Mennonites are actually similar to, I guess you could say, Amish. A lot of times they get mistaken for Amish. Hey, what's up? Want to find out about the truth about anti-war activism and why it's failing? Just takes a minute, ma'am. I understand. It's very difficult as an Asian American activist to be taken seriously. It's very difficult as the Asian American activist to be acknowledged. But that's my struggle, not theirs. So there's a path up. That's called, there's a path up, and that's called like the Puff Daddy way, right? Yeah. There's a shortcut. There's a shortcut to getting up. There's a shortcut to brand promotion. There's a shortcut to getting promoted. There's a shortcut. But some people, you know. What's up, guys? Want to hear about why the anti-war movement is failing? God bless. Thank you so much. Hey, you want to hear about why the anti-war activism is failing? It just takes a moment. I really appreciate it. Oh, you again?
Yeah, I do. Let me put my stuff.
No doubt, brother. Appreciate it so much. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hey, what's up, folks? If you got a moment, I'm about to make a presentation on why the anti-war activism is failing. It just takes a moment. I really appreciate it. It just takes a moment. Yeah. I know they're doing a Palestinian like a thing. Oh, by the way, I haven't had one Asian American listen to my presentation. Could you be the first, please? It's okay. Don't worry about it. I understand. Don't worry. It's totally cool. Don't worry about it. God bless. All right. All right. So hopefully we get some more people for the presentation. It is what it is. All right. Okay. I think they're talking to you. You're talking to her, right? Not me. Probably, yeah. All right, sorry, brother, yeah. I know I'm not that cute, so I doubt you hollered at me. All right, let's see what's going on here. Some people did stop and listen. How much follow-through will there be, right? Yeah? They know I was making a lot of crazy. Hey, what's up, folks? You got a moment to listen to why anti-war activism is failing from the perspective of Asian American? You will be the first Asian American to listen to my presentation today. I would really appreciate it. I would like to connect with my people. Hey, miss, you want to hear about why anti-war activism is failing? It just takes a moment. I'm sorry, you must be tired, right? That's your whole day? I understand. Just so you know, just like Puff Daddy World, a lot of the activism is controlled. And actually the real activists are being victimized. What's up, brother? You want to find out about real anti-war activism and why it's failing? It just takes a moment, sir. I understand. All right, have a good one, bro. Be good for Daddy, all right?
Thank you.
No doubt. Good luck with that one, all right? He's a Ninja Turtle. Hell yeah. All right, have a good one, folks. God bless, all right? You see, there's a community that helps them, but you know, they don't want to lose access to that. I understand. Some people get taken care of. Some people don't. Hey, what's up, miss? You got a moment to find out about why anti-war activism is failing? You would be, all right, I thank you so much. Oh, she went inside. She went inside, okay. Asians like people that are validated. They like the people that are part of the official thing. If you listen to the Korean language, oh, what's up, bro? We'll see if he comes back. Hey, what's up? You got a moment to listen to a presentation? You'll be the first Asian American today. I really appreciate it. Thanks for listening, ma'am. I appreciate you, yeah? We'll see what happens. I'm not...
I can't even do one hula. Oh.
Miss, you got a moment to hear about anti-war action and why it's failing? It just takes a moment. Uh-oh. Oh, you almost had, come on, man. You just got one. You could do it. Yeah.
Okay.
You've never hula hooped before? I ain't mad. Does it got the stand inside? I've done it. I could do it, yeah. Okay, I'll try. I think I could do it. We all did it as a kid. You never did it before?
I was a very chubby kid, and I also was
Oh, yeah?
That doesn't matter.
I've been standing all day, so we'll see if I have the energy. I almost had it going, but you see how fast I was going? I was going real fast. Miss, you got a moment to hear about anti-war activism and why it's failing? I understand. It's hard when you don't look like an activist. It's quite difficult, but it is what it is. Oh, it is tricky. She got the advanced one. Some of them have sand in them and stuff. That makes it easier, right? Well, you have the advanced one. Some of them have like sand and stuff.
Yeah,
That's tough. Respect though.
Started out on your back?
That's all good. I've done it before. Right. That's an advantage. That's good. Okay. That's all right. I've been out here since 12 trying to present about this anti-war stuff, yeah? All right, the after show, people's beginning to break out, right? Yeah, which is reasonable, right? They've been here since noon, maybe, right? I was offered to speak after the event's over. I'm telling you right now, the whole thing was a setup. The Miguel thing, they've been trying to get me off this space. I ain't leaving. But the thing is that, right? Yeah, this acting is not easy, folks. Some people's getting paid, some people's getting promoted, not me, but I'm promoting myself. It is what it is. Welcome to the ghetto world. I scored a drink off of it. I bought $1 to give to Sparrow because hey, you got a moment to hear about anti-war activism and why it's failing? If you got a moment, I'd appreciate it, yeah? When they have the Louis Vuitton bags, it's not a good sign. Right? Yeah? It shows their values and their priorities. I don't like it. I'll tell you, when I see someone with a Louis Vuitton bag, I think less of them, just so you know. Especially Asian Americans. Oh, we got another one. You got a moment to hear about anti-war activism and why it's failing? I'd really appreciate it.
Are you part of this gallery?
I'm sorry, what's that?
Are you part of this gallery?
Yes?
I was here.
But
I was heading here anyway.
I'm actually blocked from today's event, but I could tell you about this activism. So the thing is that Columbia University, you could see a lot of people getting together, and it looks like a successful event. But let me tell you how this activism is weaponized against the true movement. The thing is that this district is the 69th State Assembly district, which Michael Asher, the only candidate supported by the Israel Solidarity PAC, won his race by over 50% of the votes. These students are not mobilized to win this race and to mobilize to engage here and win. These students this is the Asian American curriculum now mandatory in schools for 2 years, the Asian American curriculum, to stop
I'm
Asian.
gonna go inside, but thank you.
Okay, but just so you know, even though I have a U.S. presidential debates and all this other thing, and even though I'm a war victim, almost at the age of 16 because of the war, I'm very dedicated to fighting the war. I was actually blocked from presenting at today's event. And the reason why is because the gatekeepers, just like Puff Daddy, right, are actually controlling the narrative and who gets to be somebody. They don't want you hearing about this. So thanks for listening. I know you got to go in, but once again, they're marking this as a pro-Palestine event. People from Namibia, Congo are actually being prevented from working with them. If you really care about world peace, now 70% of South Koreans, not North Koreans, want the nuclear bomb because of the way that the anti-war movement is treating us.
That's
so
awful.
it is, but you know, if you have time to hear about it, right, go on in. Go ahead. I understand. No, go ahead.
I can always read more about it.
I'll be out here. till yeah. What's up, bro? Oh, thank you so much. You got that shirt from a guy. What's his name?
Oh, you met him?
Salty.
You know Salty?
Yeah, Salty. Yeah.
He's a cool guy.
I follow him on Instagram. That's a cool guy. I'm glad you supported him.
You come out here often?
I actually have an office here. Hey, folks, you got a moment to hear a presentation. I really appreciate you being my first Asian American. I actually have important things to talk about the trans movement as well. If you want, if you want to hear, I really appreciate it. Yeah. It is what it is. Okay, thanks for listening. Let me tell you, okay? So it seems like, right, yeah? It seems like this activism is good. It seems like it, right? But the thing is that even though they have thousands of people out here, this is a 69th State Assembly district. We're the only candidate supported by the Israel PAC, Solidarity PAC, won his race by over 50% of the votes. That's why Biden and Trump don't take this shit seriously and fight themselves to support Israel. Right. Because I'm telling you that the people who are running this shit are purposefully not telling the students to mobilize for this fight. Let me tell you another thing they're not mobilizing for. This is actually the Asian American curriculum. We're actually, right, it's been mandatory in New York City schools for the past 2 years. If you do a search for Palestine, right, yeah, on the actual curriculum, you could see that there's 0 search results. They're actually erasing Palestine from history. While they got the kids sucked up into events like this, that are cool, that are, it's some Puff Daddy shit for real. Yeah. I actually have, here's actually me in an interview with a guy running for the presidency of Namibia. Namibia is the site of the Second Reich, which ended at the end of World War I, 1918, not that long ago. The victims of that also died of genocide due to German forces, but notice that the Namibians are not working with the Palestinians. Why is that? Because the gatekeepers, not even white war victims from Russia and Ukraine, are involved when they talk about path to peace in Ukraine. Don't you think Russians and Ukrainians should be part of the conversation? Instead, it's the celebrities. Malcolm X talked about this. He said, I just want to mention one thing quickly, how the white man uses these big guns or Negro leaders against the Black Revolution. Now, right, I'm not saying I'm anti-white because honestly, you listening today, and honestly, more white people have really listened and were the first person to listen to this message. Really, it's a bougie thing. You know, bougie means middle class, right? Yeah? Where they're actually weaponizing them against us. And despite my body of work here, I also have U.S. presidential candidate debates. You can look it up. I'm gonna give you my card. I also work with the second largest minority voting bloc in the nation. That's gonna be the people with disabilities. I also work with some of the longest wrongfully incarcerated men in New York State and national history. This has all been recorded on my channel. Why am I not presenting at today's event? Don't you think if they really want to stop the Palestinian war? Because I'm a war victim, I've been very dedicated to actually stopping war.
You're a war victim?
Yeah, because of the Korean War. I ran away from home at the age of 16 to extreme violence.
Really?
Look, I know the Korean War was in the 50s, right? But the fact is that all the veterans came back here all fucked up. But the thing about it, the people who were actually living there, my parents had lived a very violent upbringing with fucking cannibalism. Look at the starvation that happened. You know about the North Korean famine?
I don't know much about the North Korean famine.
But have you heard that it happened?
Not
You know that
really.
it existed?
No, I didn't really.
You can Google it right now, just like the Namibian thing, right? The Second Reich.
Yeah.
You could look it up. There was a Second Reich. There was a Third Reich. There was a Second Reich, right?
Yeah.
There's certain parts of history that they're erasing.
Yeah.
And the thing is that they are doing this. This narrative is controlled. This anti-war movement is controlled. I'm sorry to say it. This event today is part of that. I'm sorry to say.
Because why? Because you feel it's sort of part of this forward momentum that's only specifically focusing on one issue?
No, that's not the issue. That's the problem. The issue is they are getting together for this type of like this kind of get together, celebrities and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like arts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the thing is that I'm not saying that that's not all bad, right? It is good on one level.
Right.
But the thing is that they're making sure that this thing does not happen.
Right.
They're making sure that this thing does not happen, setting up for long-term failure. And you could see, right, if they are successful, if they are filling this, and if this is effective, why are Biden and Trump fighting to support Israel? Because even in their own district, they're losing. Because I swear to God, you think that this, you see how this stuff is gate kept and narrative controlled? The same thing's going on in the political community 100%. It just hasn't been really revealed yet, but it's definitely going on. I'm not saying this is all bad. I think a lot of people here had good intentions,
Yeah.
but one thing that you are not hearing from is the people who've been affected, and that's when you know shit is fake.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say that, yeah. So just so you know, 70% of Koreans now, South Koreans support nuclear bombs in their country because they no longer trust the anti-war movement. So you got my information, please let's work together, yeah? I'm gonna try to get an Asian. I've had whites and blacks listen to me today, no Asian Americans. Hey miss, you got a moment? I'd really appreciate it, just takes a moment to talk about why the anti-war mission is, no? I have another Asian American that's not. All day today, I've had whites and blacks listen to me, not one Asian American. Can you be the first? I'd really appreciate it. It just takes a second. No? Miss, you got a moment to hear about the anti-war acting and why it's failing? Did what I said make sense to you?
No, it does. I guess
They feel good at this rally. They go home, they got to have a social event where they got to feel good about themselves and meet some cool people and talk to people and feel like advancement was made.
Right.
But in the meantime, they are not being told about how to mobilize to actually affect things. They are not being told about the curriculum being changed. They are not being allowed. And also, instead of being hooking with key allies like people from Namibia, Korea, right? People with disabilities, the second largest voting bloc in the nation, the wrongfully incarcerated. None of that is here.
Are you saying like almost like it's the Palestine movement is in a bubble and it should be more interconnected to other?
Absolutely, and this is actually right. If you look at my body of work, I can show you. I have U.S. presidential candidate debates.
Yeah.
I have work with some of the longest incarcerated people in New York State and U.S. history. Why aren't I being involved as opposed to talking at today's event and actually talking about if they're really serious about helping Palestine? Why am I not presenting at today's event? Because they don't want you to learn about this specifically. Does that make sense to you? Right?
You had asked to present at the event
Absolutely,
today?
I have the proof of that too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put that out. Yeah, but they actually do not want me presenting. I'm sorry to say, man.
Yeah. I mean, I don't necessarily know that this was like such a hierarchical organized event. I think they kind of just patched together like.
That's what it seems, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, they're very good at. Look, I'm not trying to say it's all bad, but you see this over here. They are getting state and actually they are getting grants to actually do those programs right there. So there is some
Raquel space.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the Raquel, I feel like Raquel, they do their own thing, but this is just
There's some connection. Look.
Because I know my friend started all of this, and it started.
Oh really? Who's that?
very slow.
Farah?
Yeah.
Oh cool. Okay. Look, I'm sorry to say that I'm really. I asked Farah. Okay, so the thing is, Zanisha. You know Zanisha? She's actually one of the organizers of this. She's actually the art market goes to her. I asked Zanisha whose idea was it to do this event. She said it was hers. But then when I asked Farah, she said it was her idea.
Yeah.
So there's already like weird things going on. Plus, Farah earlier said that I would be able to talk. Then she said that she had to wait for Miguel. Then she said that I would be able to talk after the event is over. You see everybody leaving right now. They do not want this message. Hey, look, you could believe in her. But I'm telling you right now, like maybe someone got to her, whatever. But my message cannot get out.
Me in chat before, but you have an Instagram. I see you recording.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. I'm always live streaming, yeah. I'm documenting everything. My name is djelf7. My card is djelf7.com, has links to all my socials.
djelf7?
Yeah, actually my website, djelf7, my YouTube is probably the most updated, but I have a lot of political work, yeah? So look at my body work and then ask yourself why I'm not, you could ask Farah why I'm not there. She'll say some other reasons. I can show you the emails that show that she immediately unsubscribed from my newsletter, which was asking to get involved, and the Community Rock Hella Space also immediately unsubscribed. look, maybe she's always told you the truth, but you never really, there's a lot of powerful people I have connections all over, yeah? And there's a lot of people that's trying to shut this down. There's a lot of big money in. She said she just raised $40,000 for another Palestinian organization. Did she ever tell you that? Farah just told me that she raised $40,000 for some other organization.
I don't know about djelf7, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, brother.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Did you get to hear about the issue?
I heard a lot and I agree with you.
Hell yeah,
But I
thank you
think
so
you're
much.
crazy for just saying on the street. I don't want anything bad to happen to you, if you know what I mean.
Hey man, they're coming into the building now, so we're gonna see what's up, but you're gonna see I'm berserkazoid. Thanks again for listening.
No, you got a new follower.
God bless. Thank you so much. Yeah. God bless. Thank you. Look, I wish I could work with her. Yeah, but
Is
look,
there
I like
specific action that you'd like people to take?
absolutely.
going up
Okay.
from here?
So look, the thing is that you can't trust anybody, right? The thing is that I'm not asking you to trust me. What you need to do though is in any kind of action, be it like medical reform, might be it voter reform, the people who are the victims have to be able to participate in the system. A lot of times they want to have these experts, but they shut out the victims, and also the people who are served by that system, right? Once again, even white war victims, Russians, Ukrainians, are not being able to participate here. I'm a war victim. Why am I being excluded from this event? It's kind of weird, right? Yeah. So look, you can't always trust me because even though we might agree on a lot of things, we won't have all the same priorities or positions. It's just a fact. So to defend yourself, right? Yeah. Actually, made the voter database free to the public, but once again, I'm telling you that this is the trick that they pull all the time. They use sexy people, they use artists, right? Yeah, who are actually, right? Yeah, who are likable, and they actually suck you into their realm, and they distract you from. I pointed to a lot of key communities that they could be working with. I pointed you to a lot of my work, right, with the Namibian stuff like that, and you're asking like why it doesn't make sense, and you're asking why they're losing this fight, and why they're not talking about actual numbers or these kinds of things. Instead, we're engaging in this kind of. I'm not saying it's all bad, but the thing is that they're making sure that this cannot happen, that this does not get addressed. That's a problem. You get that? Yeah. That's my personal thing, but really, that's because victims are not involved. So thank you so much. Yeah, that's really the key.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate your perspective and your experience. You know.
Hey, Miss, you got a moment? You'll be. Oh, thank God, you're the first Asian American to check out my presentation. I really thank you so much. So check it out, Miss. I'm actually. I want to tell you about the truth about the anti-war activism and why it's failing. The thing is that I'm actually. You can see like these protests here at Columbia. It looks good, right? But the fact of the matter is that in their district, the 69th Assembly District, you can see that they lost the primary to the only candidate backed by the Solidarity PAC. The thing is that these leaders right here are controlling the narrative and making sure that certain things win, but other parts of the movement fail to set up the long-term failure. Here's the Asian American curriculum here, right? The thing is that, Edward Said actually coined the term Oriental and Orientalism. This is his book right here. The word Palestine and Palestinian is completely erased from the Asian American curriculum, which has been mandatory in New York City schools for the past 2 years. They are literally erasing Palestine from history. They are making sure that this does not get addressed today. I've had U.S. presidential candidate debates. I'm also working with some of the longest wrongfully incarcerated men in U.S. and New York State history, and also the wrongfully incarcerated. And the thing is that even though I have these key political allies who would be helped in the fight.
I'm sorry, really.
Hey, thanks for listening. Yeah.
I'm really not paying
Hey,
attention.
God bless. Hey, let me give you my information. I'm actually New York City's #1 street activist, and I'm also Asian American activist. Thanks for listening. Look at my body of work, and have a good day. All right. God bless. All right. So we talked to our first Asian American all day. That is actually, she was stoned and wasn't really able to focus, but it's. Thank God, one Asian American today, right? Yeah. Yikes. I can't say that was winning. I don't know if you guys heard her saying that she was stoned. It's okay. I didn't even get to 70% of South Koreans are actually looking for a nuke right now. 71% of Koreans, South Koreans, want the nuke. People want to talk about biological weapons, and they see how war victims in this country are treated, and they see how the narrative control. It's all over now. They said that I could speak when the event was over. They're not coming to get me. That's okay. I could go in and ask to speak. They don't want this message being promoted. I'm telling you right now. Let's go in and take a look. You can see the event has really wound down, right? Yeah. You can see that this event, like as much as you want to, if you want to believe in them or not, and a lot of people are going to want to believe them, because they're getting gigs. But you can see right now that people have left. They specifically want to destroy my message. They specifically do not want, they don't want me to be able to raise this issue. They said a lot of other stuff. It's all lies. It's all lies. So, this was expected, right? Thanks for listening, ma'am. The first Asian American all day. I don't think she was really with me. I think she was with the other ones, yeah? We got some Tech 12s. That's cool. I had to sell my Tech 12s. It's all good. I got something, though. I could technically have the open mic now, but you could see they don't really want this message going out. They don't want it coming out. That's the truth. They don't want this message going out. It's obvious. They don't want me to talk about this. Hey, folks, I'm going to present this right now. I don't care. You know what I mean? Folks, if you care about the activism, but a lot of people are on payroll. A lot of people have relationships with the people in power. So they're actually right. They don't want to be looking at my stuff while the boss is looking. They don't want to be seen to be collaborating with the forbidden one. This is the truth. Folks, I'm an actual war victim. I ran away from home at the age of 16 because of extreme violence that I faced because of the war. But guess what? You're not going to get no Instagram recognition for this one. Yeah. The fact of the matter is that the war action is being controlled and is forced to only develop along certain lines. But they cannot acknowledge this because they know the boss is watching. I'm telling you right now, I'm exposed it all. I don't care. What are they going to do? Shut me out? They're already doing that. Well, could they shut me out more? No, they can't. Look, folks, yeah? They said I get to speak at the end. That was a lie. It's all to say, but they have a gig. They're going to get to do more gigs by cooperating. So the war victim will not be heard. You see all this food, it's all the money they got for food and stuff? Oh, I'm going to give her the dollar back. She said she was on welfare. She said she also raised $40,000. They're probably going to do me dirty after this. They're probably going to set me up. I don't doubt it for a second. Let me see if I have a dollar. I don't want to owe this lady nothing. It was a setup all along. Here's a dollar for the Arizona, all right?
What's that?
Here's a dollar for the Arizona.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Okay, thank you. Either way. Sure. Fake laughter all day, every day. Never expected anything else. I'm just gonna... Oh, look. It's funny, right? It's funny. I know it's funny. Go ahead, laugh. Go ahead, laugh. Laugh.
No one's laughing.
Look at her laughing. Laugh, laugh. Go ahead, laugh. 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 Go ahead. Laugh. I knew all along. About to go live with the evidence. Let's put it up.